What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
Yeah.
and we have come to the last regular season weekend of this season. That was a lot of repetitive words, but you
But yes,
get what I'm saying.
it's true.
Eh, oh man, it
It was
sucks.
painful. It
This
was.
one sucked.
It's nothing what I thought it was going to be. And I think maybe all three of us are just jinxed because it was just bad for every last one of us. But
Well,
there's
I just
always next year.
like it sucks for Craig, but the Titans aren't a team that. How do I say this? Not sounding mean. People care about. So they get to suck silently.
Well, I mean, but then like there's a future promise of a new quarterback. There's a new promise of this.
What new promise?
I mean, need a quarterback, and you can always take some young rookie and groom them or whatever. We picked our quarterback.
But that's what I'm
Like
saying.
you
And
you
they
have
get
you
to,
get to this plethora. You get to go like maybe
but
we'll do this.
but we're a bigger market, so it doesn't matter whether you have when we're bad. We are the
That's really
only
arrogant.
teams. We are the only teams that are getting full-fledged segments on sports shows with losing records. Why are we getting so much airtime? And then you get like low market fans and stuff that are all like, I'm tired of hearing about the Giants and Cowboys. Hey, guess
So
what?
we are too.
So are we.
We are too.
Like,
Yeah, I got
you know the advantage of being a small market? Yeah, they might not talk about you when you're as much as they should when you're winning, but they don't talk about you at all when you're losing. Every show, every day has to talk about how much we had a hard knocks just to show that they think our front office is completely incompetent. They have a documentary coming out that Jerry's doing himself that's pretty much just showing that they suck. Why would you put a documentary out the year your team is terrible? Like, who
well, you've already
but that's what
paid
being
for it.
a big market fan is. You have to deal with it no matter what. That's why we get the rewards of primetime games regardless. Because when you suck,
Yeah.
I don't want a primetime game. I don't want to go get beat up on Monday or Thursday night and have everybody watch me. I'd rather lose at 425, where most people probably didn't even watch it. Even if it was on Red Zone, if it's bad enough, they don't really show anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like I was talking to these people at my job today. I think I was like, we suck. And he was like, I'm surprised you're saying that. I'm like, we suck.
What
Like,
what else are we gonna say? I mean, honestly, Dallas fans for a very long time have been, delusional. But you
can't
got
be
5 rings. This starts to
delusional about
happen.
this
They
season.
very much have recently. You're seeing even the most diehard Dallas fans over the last couple of years starting to like, well, y'all got 11 wins. Like, yeah, and we're gonna get bounced in the first round.
I mean, and then I don't want to get caught in it because he's already talking about keeping McCarthy, so that means we're gonna get in the Jason Garrett cycle of the 8-8. So we're gonna be 8-9, then 9-8, then 9-8, and 8. I mean, like what is that doesn't equal 18? How's 18?
No, it's 17 because there's a bye.
Okay,
is
well
8,
then
9,
yes,
or
that
9,
was
8,
right. But like
I'm sorry, you threw me off. I was like,
I was
wait,
just
what?
but no, because all right, that was right though. But yeah, I don't
Oh
want to
God,
get
they made me use math in real
caught
life.
in that cycle of just good enough. And then if we do, we look have a great year. We're winning. And yeah, who complains about winning? That's we're in the playoffs and now we're going home. So like
And
and if
again,
we do win a
and it
playoff
makes it
game,
more
that's
public.
the only playoff game. And
We're
then
gonna
we're
win.
gonna get
And it's really bad.
Yeah, like we don't just lose. We lose. It's
The first round bounce
bad.
sometimes can be close. It's just embarrassing because it keeps happening. If they win
And you're
their
like,
first
oh,
round,
this might be it.
that next week is going
It's
to
gonna be bad. It's terrible. It's painful. Like everyone forgets what a football is. Like, what is this thing I'm holding? And like so but that's not why we're here. We're not here to cry, right?
Yes, because now we get out of that. This is the last time I'm going to have to pick a game with my team in it until next year. The last time you're going to have to pick a game with your team in it until next year. And we can, from now on, we'll be picking just in like, oh man, look at these teams playing each other.
Yes. Like,
Somehow they'll still bring us up when they talk about us on the news.
Yeah, like
but
yeah.
Anyway.
There's some highlight I gotta relive over and over again.
They did. Everybody sets records on y'all. It's really bad.
It's really bad. Like the worst,
records,
the
the highlights,
coldest
it's
game, the
always
hottest
y'all.
game, the like the most
Greatest catch of all time,
yeah.
the worst catch of all time, the best play of all time, the most boneheaded play of all time, because Leon Lett has the most boneheaded play of all time. It's bad.
Trust me, I know.
That brings us this week. It's all divisional games too, so that should make
That
it
should
good.
make
So
it a
even
little
some of the
bit
games that might suck might be good.
because even that Ravens Browns game wasn't that good, but
they play each other hard. There was some hits in there that were kind of like,
ooh,
look at you. But that brings us first one will be NFC South, Falcons Panthers.
I got the Falcons.
Yeah, I know the Falcons need this. They suck.
They do suck, but so do the Panthers.
And not lightly.
Not lightly.
Did they suck against y'all?
I don't. Not lightly.
Not
they
lightly.
Lost though.
Did y'all beat them?
We beat them.
No, you did. But it looked really good. And then they almost beat Philly, and then they did beat somebody else who was really good, and then they went at it with Tampa, who was way better than Atlanta.
And they really lost.
No, it was close.
What game was close?
I thought the Tampa whatever.
Was that last week?
I'm going with the Panthers. I don't think that the Falcons.
I have the Falcons.
I think the Falcons' defense is too trash. But that's
clearly I delete Panther games, so I don't need this. Delete.
Now moving to the AFC side of that, Texans Titans.
The Texans, never again Titans.
Everything in me needs the Tennessee Titans to win this game.
Yeah,
I need them to win this game so badly.
I got the Texans,
but I'm picking the Texans. I can't.
Maybe they'll help because I got the Texans.
And the reason I need that game is because if we lose this game,
New York against
I move up.
Because y'all decided to end the play. Like I said, I don't think they wanted to lose at home. I really think that's what a lot of that has to do with it.
Yeah.
But I can see them very much trying to lose. I think this is going to be two teams trying to lose a game. And it's going to be the craziest thing we ever watched.
Yeah.
Like at the old Commanders Dallas game where they were like in the rain or something. And it felt like both of them were really doing everything they could to lose.
They kept that game. Yeah, it was terrible.
It was awful. And I think this is going to be about, like, ooh, look, I fumbled. Like,
most definitely. And I got Philly winning it though overall because they just.
I have the Eagles too, but that's because you need the Giants
to
lose. What's next?
Jags Colts. I'm going Jags after we just beat the Colts. Drew Lock put up 5 touchdowns.
I really think y'all wanted to win that game.
I really think the Colts are trash.
The Jags are not good.
And the Colts are that much worse.
I have the Colts.
I'm going Jags. Hearing y'all.
Commanders, Cowboys. They need
I'm
this.
going Commanders, definitely.
And I mean, if Dallas win this, then y'all are complete idiots. Like, there's nothing that can help you from winning this. You're just gonna make things worse for yourself at this point. No one wants to get blown out.
I don't think CeeDee Lamb is playing. I think like 1 or 2 of your line. Like, y'all have a lot of people that are going to be sitting.
What is Michael smoking? I'm sorry.
5 plays and it would have been that close.
What are you on? Like, you need to share, okay?
He's really optimistic. You got to give it to him. He has a view of the world that keeps him going.
Maybe he should watch it with us, and then he'll see what we see. Maybe you're a little too involved in it, and you can't. Maybe you need to step out. That's what you tape for, whatever. I have the Commanders.
Like, I got the Commanders
a little too inside of it. I'm
pretty sure that's going to be, yeah.
Like, what is this? Like,
and, an old school rivalry beat up. The Packers beating up on the Bears.
I got the Packs.
Because that's just what happens. It's going to happen, and it always happens.
If it doesn't happen, I'll be very shocked. Like, and so I got the Packs.
Bucks Saints is our next game, and the Saints are trash.
And the Bucks need this. We talked about that in our last
video. Since that Packers Saints game where the Packers beat them so badly, they lost me a fantasy game because they sat their players by halftime. I will not pick the Saints. I think the Saints would lose to a peewee team. They could go play like a 65-pound 5-year-old team. It would lose. They're terrible.
And yet they beat Dallas. Yeah. Bills
first. Patriots. Yeah, that's a division rivalry.
Is Josh Allen playing?
I haven't heard he's not.
Okay, I have the Bills.
I've heard. I mean, the way that everybody's talking about the MVP race, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry, what?
The MVP race.
Okay.
Every once in a while the Irish comes out. Okay. Ever since the way that they're talking about the MVP race, they're like Lamar today is showing what he's going to get, and then we'll get to see Josh Allen make his last push for the MVP tomorrow. So I'm pretty sure it would have been bigger news if he wasn't playing because that means he kind of like forfeited it.
Okay, so I got the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Bills too.
I think that's obvious. Chargers, Raiders.
Chargers.
I have the Chargers.
The Raiders aren't that good, and the Chargers won't do any. Like, the Raiders need a team to make mistakes for them to win.
Yeah.
The Chargers don't make mistakes. They might not be a great team. They might not be explosive. Well, no, it's more sometimes they just don't really do enough. It's not explosive enough. There's not enough big plays. They're very meticulous.
Okay.
And the Raiders aren't going to beat a meticulous team.
Look at hardball. Okay.
Yeah.
49ers
Cardinals. The Niners have decided that they want to act like a good team again, and they've been beating up on everybody. So
Cardinals need this though, right? Are they out?
I thought they were out too. I think
Okay.
Seattle already won the division. Or no, the Rams already. Yeah, Seattle and the Rams are the ones fighting.
It's Seattle and the Rams. We talked about that. Okay.
Yes, we did. But nah, yeah, the Niners are acting like they want to win. People are trying to play for contracts.
I like the Cardinals, but I think you're right. But I already wrote it, so I'm going Cardinals.
I'm already in the trash can. Chiefs Broncos.
I think the Broncos.
I'm going Broncos
because the Broncos do need it, and I don't think the Chiefs
need it. I don't think.
If they,
I would be really, really shocked if everybody plays the whole game.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's a way to get rid of somebody now, and you have to deal with them later.
I mean, I guess, but do you really want to put all that into it now and get screwed for later, or what if they beat you anyway?
And now
now you've got a confidence swing if you play them again.
Okay, so I do have the Broncos because they really, really need it, and the Chiefs I can sit this out a little bit, but you never know, especially when it's divisional. It could just be I don't like you.
Yeah, it happens. But I think the Broncos are going to get this one. Which brings us to Rams Seahawks. Pretty much, I think that's pretty much for the division.
I have the Rams.
I got the Rams too.
And that's a lot because I don't really like the Rams, but I do.
Yeah,
I think they're both iffy. Like both Seattle. Like when Seattle looks good, they look. But even when they look good, they found a way to mess it up.
Yeah.
When the Rams look good, they look good. It's a whole functional team. Like when they're not clicking, they just don't click.
Yeah.
But when Seattle could be clicking, then Gino is throwing it to somebody who does not wear that uniform.
Yeah.
So
they'll back and forth in the same game. The Rams, pretty quickly whether the Rams come out in that first drive, they march. You're like, oh, this is gonna be they're about to cook you.
Yeah, but yeah.
Dolphins Jets.
I'm the Dolphins.
I'm going Jets.
Really?
I'm going with the Jets.
You think they just gonna mess up their? Oh, that's like Tua is not playing, right?
Yeah, I think Bryce Huntley is playing. A lot of the Jets, I think Garrett Wilson wants to trade, and so you're gonna get guys trying to do stuff to hey, look at me. Hey, next year. You're getting guys that are trying to stay on this team. You get guys that are trying to get to a better team. So you're gonna get a lot of I need to make myself look good this year.
The Jets found ways to lose, even when they should win.
And the only person that can run that offense is Tua.
That I'll give you that. I still have the Dolphins, but that is very true. Now
it brings us to the game of the week.
What you got? Because I got the Vikings.
I got the Vikings.
You got the Vikings?
I am secretly dark horse in the Vikings to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to walk away because nobody will get
I think they're sleeping on them. And it's going to be like one of those feel-good stories, because
I feel like you get them into the playoffs and they beat one team that gets oh, wow. And then you get to so they get to the NFC Championship, they play Detroit, and they beat them. You're going to get an era of, but Detroit's banged up and blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't matter what team, whether it's Baltimore, Buffalo, the Chiefs, they are so dead set that an AFC team is going to win this.
Yeah.
And, they're good. And especially if it's the Chiefs, they just don't lose. And And I think Minnesota's going to kind of just I
don't want another Philly Chiefs Super Bowl. I don't think it's enough.
But I think Minnesota's going to walk with this. So I think they're going to pull it. I think this is going to be a ridiculously good game. I think they're going to put this.
Lions defense are in pain, and I think because of that, I cannot think of the Vikings quarterback name. And Sam Darnold. I didn't want to say it out loud, but because I went through every name in my head.
The farther they go with Sam Darnold this year.
But that's what I was going to say. It's also a good story because he was done. He's just, he's just here.
The farther they go with Sam Darnold this year, the lower a draft pick it's going to take to get them to give up Jay McCarthy.
I just don't
if
see
he gets to the NFC Championship game, because Sam Darnold's 26, 27 years old.
So why
he's got 12, 15 years of game left in him. And we're watching him play well. So if I can get a second or third round pick in this draft,
you got a good backup for him, and if y'all gonna
have some of it's also a little. Well, I also think some of it's a little for sometimes.
So you think if they
for the kid,
you think you'll give them your low draft pick maybe for him,
like a second or third.
See what I'm
I'm
saying?
not giving you a first for a kid coming off of injury that we haven't seen play.
Then why
He just blew his knee out.
They're not going to just give him away. They're not.
It's gonna probably be like a second or third.
I don't think they're going to just give him away.
Like I said, that if Sam Darnold goes into the playoffs and just absolutely face plants, and you're like, ooh, they look bad, it's gonna take a first round pick to get McCarthy.
Who am I thinking about? The Eagles. Their only Super Bowl win. What's his name?
Foles?
Nick Foles. That's who won the Super Bowl. That's not who they kept.
Yeah, because they felt like Wentz got him there.
Okay, but Wentz he got hurt earlier. Like not earlier.
We've seen since then what Wentz really did. So I mean, you
have him. You don't really have to pay him. He's just sitting on the bench all pretty, and when he's ready to go. Could you stop barking, please? He's ready to go. So you want to give them something nice for him. I don't think you just like, oh, here you go. You want a quarterback?
I think he's gonna set the 2 or 3.
I don't think it. So, but we'll remember this episode.
Well, hey, let us know what y'all think on that. You hit us on this. If you don't want to hit us on this, hit us on Instagram or whatever. I'll put something up for this.
You said this.
This what they watching us on. It depends. Is it Facebook? Is it YouTube? It don't matter. Whatever you see and whatever my face is talking on right now.
You can hit us on something else. Okay.
Or yeah, so
Instagram,
Twitter. I'm gonna keep saying Twitter. I don't care. Nobody's calling it X. It's not X. Stupid name.
That's his son name. Darcy, come here.
But anyway, so yeah, and we'll see y'all next time. We just did that.
We didn't say all that. We said the comments.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing.
Anyway,
comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. All right, peace.